Are you ready for a fabulous February? I think we have found it. I hope. So I love this. We're entering into February in a new Lunar New Year because Lunar New Year is January 29th. And it's the year of the snake. So again, I've said this before, after the drama of the year of the dragon, this is going to be a much chiller year in theory. Yeah, on paper, whatever. So February is really the first month that we're going to feel the energy of the year of the snake. So I've talked about this. I'm not going to talk about it more in this video. You can go back and watch the 9-year in numerology video, or you can watch the year of the snake video. But I really am loving this energy. So we're kicking off February with, again, the year of the snake energy. And February 2nd, we start off with Groundhog Day. Great movie. But it's going to be really interesting to see what Punxsutawney Phil sees this year. I say his name wrong all the time. It's Punxsutawney Phil. I think I'm saying it right now. But it's going to be interesting to see what's going on there because we've had some weird, interesting weather in the South this year already. Very interesting. So on February 4th, we have Jupiter going direct in Gemini. And also we have Venus moving into Aries, just adding a splash of fire to, all things that Venus rules, which is basically our money and our love life, our relationships, not necessarily just romantic ones. Yeah. On the 12th, we have a full moon in Leo that hits its peak at 8:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All my times are Eastern Standard Time because, well, that's where I live. Yeah. On the 14th, we have Valentine's Day and Mercury moving into Pisces. Now, Mercury is not fond of Pisces. Really not a happy place for Mercury. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting little twist on communication on this Valentine's Day, this important holiday for romance. I know, I'm such a romantic, right? On the 18th, we have the sun moving into Pisces, joining quite the party in Pisces, by the way. Sorry, there's a hair tickle on my face. On the 23rd, we have Mars going direct in Cancer. On the 27th, we have a new moon in Pisces that hits its peak at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just want to say, this is quite the little party in Pisces this month. It is. But having Mars go direct from the 23rd until March 1st, this is our small window when we have all the planets direct. Now, planets in retrograde are not a bad thing. It is a time for us to enter the re-season, like I like to call it, where we reevaluate, we redo, we fill in the blank. Whatever you need to do, you reassess. And I think that this is the perfect year for us to not see a huge window of opportunity where all the planets are direct at once. 9 is all about rebirth. It's about living through some endings so that we can have some new beginnings, coming to a conclusion, because we are in a 9-year. And I think that, again, with the year of the snake, I've talked about this in other videos. I'm not going to go in a lot of detail here. But I think that this is a kind of a good year for us to not have this huge gap between retrogrades, between planets being in retrograde. Sometimes we'll have as much as 4 months of planets or 3 months of planets that are all direct at one time. But this year we don't. We just have a very small window just from the 23rd of February until March 1st. So that being said, We're ending February with one planet in fire, which is Venus in Aries, two planets in air, which is Jupiter in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. And Pluto should be camped out in Aquarius for a minute. 2044 is when Pluto comes out of Aquarius. So then we also have one planet and south node in Earth. So we have Uranus camped out in Taurus, and we have south node in Virgo. And in Pisces, oh my gosh, well, there's 5 planets and north node in water. And so we have Mars in Cancer, but Pisces is like the party hub, right? Because we've got North Node, Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune all in Pisces for this period of time. It's, yeah, if you got a lot of stuff in your chart that's in Pisces, you might want to check this out and see what's going on with you and what's happening with you this month. It's very interesting, very interesting. Okay, so the crystal of the month this month is selenite. Now, I realized that we had this crystal as the crystal of the month in October of 2044. Oh my gosh, 2024. What is wrong with me? I am drinking coffee. I am. But we had, in October of 2024, selenite was the crystal of the month. So the reason why selenite is coming back up at this time is because it's a great remover of negative energy, and it removes negative energy. It cleanses auras. It provides protection. It helps with releasing, a big component of being in the year of the 9 and in the year of the snake, for that matter. And it also helps to get rid, as I said, with negative energy, but it's also negative energy associated with emotions like mental and emotional pain. So this is a wonderful time to just sort of like use the selenite to cleanse, clear, release, so that we can move on and so that we can like have some new beginnings and some new wonderful things coming into our life. I'm going to read a tiny little snippet of it because I have read about this crystal before, but here it is. And I'll show you some more examples in just a second. But here is the basics. It works as a vacuum cleaner to purify and cleanse the aura. It opens and stimulates the crown chakra, bringing in the divine light of the cosmos. It allows you to move forward in strength. That, again, is 9 energy. It is. It connects to your higher self and the I am presence. It clears away the old and helps make way for the new, vibrant energy and a deeper spiritual connection. And I think that is just, it's about spiritual awakening. And I think that this is a fantastic year for that. I don't really think that there's a bad year for that. I really don't. But I'm just saying this is a pretty good year for that. So these are all the examples that I have for sale in my booth, and I just found out that someone published my website and there's nothing on it, so there's nothing new on my website right now. But this is the stuff that I have for sale. So I have some wands. This one has all the chakras on it, the chakra symbols, because it is really fantastic for clearing chakras. For that matter, this is a necklace, although my husband hangs it in his car. I also have one hanging beside my bed. It also has crystals that symbolize each chakra. I have some raw pieces of selenite. I have some smooth. This is also a wand. These are considered wands. I have a wand that has like a pointy tip. I love that. I have this thing that I sit other crystals on top of because it has a little divot in the center. I also have selenite bowls. I have some orange selenite, as you will see, that's moon and sphere. I also have some round ones. I didn't pull those out of my booth for this though. And I have some with the seed of life on them. I have some, like, I love these. They're just the perfect size. I know you can't see it with the reflection of the lights. This one has the Hamsa on it. Also great for protection. And this one is just a plain one, but I love the oval sort of shape. I just like those shapes. And then of course I have the rounds, and I have these in orange as well. But those are the ones that, like, I keep around. And I also, I have earrings. I have some jewelry. I have some earrings and some necklaces with selenite in them. These are things that I keep in my booth all the time. And I highly recommend that, like, you go check out, like, your local metaphysical store. I can tell you right now, they probably have a ton of selenite. And I also have an athame made out of selenite. I love it. Also something I use quite a bit. Yeah. Okay. So today I am also, like, as usual, I'm going to be pulling cards from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. If I can get this to get in focus. I know. My Canon has one job. And I'm also pulling from the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. Love these cards. And as I say almost every month, this is one of the, like, few decks that I read from the book, Yasmin Boland. And it's just because the book has so much information that I really feel like is vital when I'm pulling those cards. Everything else, just intuition. So that being said, I'm really excited about, like, moving into February and really getting the energy of this year of the snake. It's a very exciting time. It is. There's not a huge amount of transits happening in February, but the ones that are happening, I feel like it's really important. I mean, we've got 2 planets going direct. We have Venus moving into Aries. I love it. I love it. A little bit hesitant about Mercury going into Pisces, but that's because I'm double ruled by Mercury. So anytime Mercury is uncomfortable, I feel it. And he's our planet of communication. I mean, come on. But let's see what your individual numerology is for this month. I know. I think it really has an opportunity to be fantastic. So let's see what's shaking out for you. Life Path 7. Aren't you the lucky one? Because February for you is a 9-month, and we are in a 9-year. I know, I'm so much fun. I am also currently covered in cat hair because when I was doing one of the previous readings a few minutes ago, Mouse came and, like, washed me in his fur. So I have it on my face. It's been tickling my face. And it's all over my shirt. So it's really nice. It's really great. Yeah. All right, Life Path 7. So February is a 9-month for you. This is definitely a time for you to embrace this vibration, this energy, which is about transition, completion, releasing. It's really removing clutter, physical, spiritual, like mental, emotional. Let it go. It's time to release that out. This gives you an opportunity for a rebirth. It gives you an opportunity to move towards the next step in your life and on your path with courage. I think this is just, it really is a fantastic time. It is not for the faint of heart, but you're used to that, Life Path 7, because the energy of the 7 is not for the faint of heart. Disagree with me. I mean, those of you that are Life Path 7, I think you know this because y'all been down that road, right? I mean, you have really had to work a program. working on your path. I love it. I mean, it's a difficult thing being a 22-4 as well, because we're just like workaholics. But you are sort of a spiritual workaholic. Yeah. So this month for you is going to present a lot of choices. You're going to see a lot of like phase changes and cycle completions, and it's really to help you fulfill your life's purpose. This is a wonderful opportunity for you because you are doubling down in that energy of the 9. You're doubling down in that vibration of like releasing. And you also need to make sure that you remember to be generous with yourself. Remember to be generous with yourself, with others, not just like throwing around gifts willy-nilly, but I'm talking about just a generosity of spirit. Like just give people some grace. Let somebody step in front of you in the grocery store. Okay, let somebody step in front of you in the grocery store if they only have 2 items. You don't have to let somebody that has 3 cartloads worth of stuff in front of you. I'm saying be generous, not be a pushover. Not what I'm saying, okay? So, let somebody have that parking place. Be generous. Be generous with yourself, but be generous with mankind as well. I know. They do make it difficult, don't they? Oh my gosh, sometimes the people out there, they can make it difficult. Yeah. If you're that person that I yelled at in the Target parking lot, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit sorry. You were a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit sorry. It evens out. Yeah. So again, back to you, Life Path 7. This is definitely a time of embracing the mantra of the 9, which is I embody the flow of this moment with courage to change. And it does take courage to move into like the next step, to move forward. It does take courage. It is. It's not easy to have that transitional moment where you're releasing out the old and like stepping into a new period, a rebirth. But we're all in it this year with you. It's just, this is your month for doubling down on that energy. Yeah. So, lesson of the 9 is to recognize patterns and let them go when they are no longer serving our well-being. Okay? Shadow sides. Oh, that's so much fun, isn't it? Shadow sides are fear of change, fighting change, which could bring about like being impulsive or moody, a little careless with money. Yeah. So when we're in that place of fighting change or fear of change, like acknowledge it. Don't sweep it under the rug, but don't camp out in it. Okay? Especially with your shadow sides, and I'm not knocking it, but the shadow side of a 7 is self-imposed isolation, self-doubt, insecurity, and running from problems and decisions. I don't see a lot of 7s that do that because, again, y'all been down some hard roads. Can I get an amen on that? Y'all been down some hard roads. So you're not in a place of like running from problems and decisions anymore. You're just like, oh God, again, I have to do this. Yeah, but it's okay. It gets easier each time. Don't invite in the fear. Don't fight the changes that are coming in this month because they could just feed into that self-doubt that is a natural element of the Life Path 7. Yeah. Remember who you are. Trust your own judgment. Listen to your intuition. You're here experiencing a spiritual life in a physical body here on this physical plane, but you are also here to have a strong spiritual connection, to expand yourself spiritually and metaphysically, and you're looking for and recognizing peace when it comes into your life. I'll remind you of your mantra. I am graceful spirit, finding insight, beauty, and peace all around me. I love that. Namaste. All right, Life Path 7. Let's see what advice cards we get for you. My computer is doing some weird stuff. I hope mouse isn't causing, like, static electricity on the surge protector. I don't know why he likes laying like right on it. And I'm like, are you just trying to shock yourself? He's so funny. I really should like start wearing shirts that don't make cat hairs visible. Ooh, Diana. Oh, come on, Canon. You have one job. There we go. Diana, focused intention. Oh, that's a powerful card. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. I like that. That's awesome. It's worth repeating. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Ah. Oh my gosh. I know, I'm just a little nutty with it. I've only had like 1.5 cups of coffee today, so maybe I just need a little more. Yeah. Ooh. Come on. Balsamic moon, a time for healing. Shut up. Oh yeah, we're going to have to investigate that. Let's just check that out in the book, shall we? Blue moon, super moon. Oh, come on. Which area is it in? The front or the back? Okay. It's not in this book. Third quarter moon. Balsamic moon. Here we go. Balsamic moon. Okay. A time for healing. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. The energy of the 9. I love it. Okay, sorry. There we go. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over the cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Oh my gosh. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know something or someone really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. When one is healed, all are healed. They're talking about generational healing there. When one is healed, all is healed. Because a lot of times we'll hear, if you heal yourself in this generation, it heals both backwards and forwards. Yeah, gotta love that. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 7. I really, really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support on my channel. I look forward to seeing what happens in 2025 for all of us, especially my little fun Life Path 7s out there. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous February, and until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.